Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and you can purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a model that debuted at the peak of the big Reverso trend back in 2009, a watch that does much with its size. This is the Jaeger-LeCoultre Grande Reverso Duo Date, a lovely stainless steel dual-time date-blazoned modern manufacture movement Reverso in the grandest of proportions. This is a large and elegant homage to Art Deco that also fills the wrist and gives you the presence of a sports watch with the elegance and timeless simplicity of one of the greatest dress watches. On my 16cm circumference wrist, you can see though a large Reverso, it has no issues fitting. I can recommend this watch for a wrist as small as 15cm circumference. Now the Grande Reverso Duo Date, when measured from lug to lug, is 48.9 millimeters, so that's across the wrist. The timepiece measures 29.9 millimeters from 9 to 3, not including the crown, and it is a slim watch. Despite 2 time zones, a date, and a rotating chassis case, it's only 10.8 millimeters thick, and you can see the rolled case flank easily allows this one to slip underneath the cuff. Getting a little bit closer, you can see that the spacing between the lugs is a huge for a Reverso, 22 millimeters, giving the watch a very modern planted stance on the wrist. The strap is impressive. As you can see, the Reverso has always been drilled close to the case to create a seamless look. There's no daylight showing. It looks like one continuous band of material, and that integration is deliberate. It does create a little bit of rigid flare. As you can see, the strap impinges against the case flank, and that mitigates against its full mobility. But if you have that big wrist, 15 centimeters or larger, you're going to wear this one just fine once it's buckled down. Large rectangular scale gator on the top, matte finish. There's a monotone stitch and a folded edge, and you can see this is a brand new Jaeger-LeCoultre factory strap, and it's paired with a full deployant clasp. Today, a lot of JLC dress watches come with pin buckles, and that disappoints me. Back in 2009, the manufacturer was in its full pomp of the Jerome Lambert era. It was a great era for JLC, and no pennies were pinched, no costs were cut, no cuts were made to important things like deployant clasps on flagship watches. You can see that the Reverso case has always been a bit of a contradiction. When viewed head-on, the way you typically see it on the internet, it looks highly squared off, almost sharp, geometric, but it's really a different kind of geometry altogether. There's a sexy curvature to the case flank, which is barrel-shaped. You can see how the gadrons in the Art Deco style wrap around the case, and they flow seamlessly into the conical, squared-off profiles of the lugs themselves. So the watch is more nuanced than online photography generally allows. The watch, of course, based on the original 1931 Reverso, which was created as a steel-backed reversible case for British polo players in India. The idea was the case back would be steel, and when you rotated the case, you would prevent that steel case back to the polo mallets while playing, and then roll it back over to the dial side. This was in the era when watches used real glass crystals, and you could easily shatter them. Well, today we use sapphire, which is almost completely scratch-proof, and we don't play polo with our Reversos, at least not that we'll admit. The timepiece that I have here is the ultimate travel watch. The Reverso Duo complication first arose in 1994, and it gave a reason for being to the ancient reversing case. Now it's a dual-sided travel time watch. The primary dial features all of the hallmarks of the original Art Deco style. You have broadsword hands, beautifully blued, a counterweighted needle-style sub-seconds in its own rectangular miniature register. There's a rectangular center dial with a sort of guilloche-style cut. It's not quite clou de Paris, it's a sort of slash-cut striation that runs from top to bottom. And then there's a satin silver metallic finish to the hour track with simple, no-nonsense, form follows function Art Deco Arabic numerals. There is a date display up at 12 o'clock, and as you can see, with a mobile hour hand, you can travel, and depending on whether you're traveling east or west across the international date line, you can actually drive the date forward or backwards. Note that as I'm moving the hour hand, the minutes continue unabated, uninterrupted. The seconds hand continues its mobile, keeping time. You will not lose time by setting that hour. Now you pull the crown out all the way, now you stop the seconds hand, you hack the movement, and you engage the setting of the travel time caseback. You can see we have a proper clou de Paris pattern outboard of sunken registers for your travel time, as well as your 24-hour legend, so you know whether you're looking at AM, PM. So for example, we are at about 6:47 right now, and you can see that that is truly 6:47 in the morning because the stub indicator of the 24-hour dial is just past 6 o'clock. Now, once I hack the movement, I can move everything in sync. And take note, this caseback is loomed, so when traveling, you might want to use this as your primary dial because it is more versatile. Underneath, you can see that there is the classic perlage of the base plate of a Reverso. It's a handsome engine-turned look, and the flanks of the case, wonderfully vaulted and rounded. It's a pleasure to operate. JLC beat the fidget spinner trend by about 80 years. Now the watch does have manufacturer movement. This uses caliber 986 manual wind. It's based on the 975 sports watch auto tractor, so very tough. 48-hour power reserve, 28.8 beat rate, 19 joules. It's shock resistant with a free sprung balance, a double laser welded hairspring at the stud and the collet, and a full balance bridge. All of those technologies, meaning the watch is basically a sports watch in the shape of a dress watch, and 30 meters water resistant. Get your Reverso Duodate on the watch box. Reverso Duodate reference time caseback.